What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to Royal Israel. How y'all doing? Big up on yourself. Wanna know the damn thing, all right? Yeah, man. Wanna know how the damn thing go? Yes, I big up on yourself. Football is back. Arsenal on Friday. Y'all know. You know what I mean? Y'all know. And that I go on. And that is it now. Yeah, man. So much transfer speculations going on. So much transfer speculation going on, people. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. Big up Nikolai in the building. How you feeling, like a bro? Wagwan. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I it. You know what I mean? Y'all don't know. The Premier League. The Premier League are walking Friday. You get me? Yeah, man. The Premier League kicking off on Friday, and it promises to be a banger. You get the message? Yeah, man. It promises to be a banger, and yeah. Mbaye and Barcola hopefully soon. Hey, let's see what's going on with that, Nicola. Let's see what's going on with that, because word on the corner is that probably a hijack is on the hand. You know what I mean? I doubt it though. I don't think y'all have nothing to really worry about. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, I don't think you guys have nothing to worry about, to be honest. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I don't think you guys have anything to worry about, to be honest. You get me? Yeah. I think Arsenal are after some different profile players, to be honest with you. Players like Yildiz, which, for some reason, Arsenal just seem to be going after players where hard to get this season. You know what I mean? Me not get it. Me not get it, but I can see if we can get it over the line. I can see if we can make something happen. You know what I mean? After all, we're the yeah, my bad, my bad. What just happened? What just happened? I think we're back. We should be ready. Ready? Yeah. So yeah. For some reason, it seemed like we're just after some players where we just can't get. You know what I mean? Players were not for sale, and it seems like just that the route, that the direction that we're trying to go right through the whole situation. You understand me? Say, rumors are circulating hard. You know what I mean? Say, Victor Gyokeres and Barcelona. I don't know how true that is. I don't know how true that is, because Arsenal is not one to put a player like O'Reilly. The stream went blank and silent. Yeah, my bad. Say I'm back. Yeah, so rumors are circulating. There's so much transfer still to be done. You know what I mean? It's freaking crazy. You know what I mean? Barcelona is still without a striker. And Atletico Madrid is adamant that them not sell to Barcelona. Get me? We have Arsenal still without that marquee left winger. I mean, like Liverpool still without that left winger. You know what I mean? And they have several local players to buy. Manchester City midfield is a mess. You know what I mean? Rodri gone now. Rodri completed his move to Barcelona. So definitely, we know that Manchester City going to be in the market. You know what I mean? That's not even if, but now maybe. You know what I mean? Anderson though looks so hot right now. To be honest, Anderson don't look so hot right now. So it's mess. You know what I mean? With just a week and a half or something like that to go, the transfer market is still a mess for a lot of clubs. You know what I mean? Especially, you know what I mean, some big clubs. Because as I said, Barcelona still without a striker. Real Madrid still without a midfielder. Arsenal still without a left winger. Manchester City missing some midfielder because their midfielder is kind of shabby right now. You know what I'm saying? Manchester City ain't gonna lie. Look like the Messi is team out of everybody right now. Them look all over the place. You know what I mean? Going to be all over the place. Nico said Alvarez is going to be the same as Isaac. He probably leave on the last day with a crazy transfer fee. I don't know if Barcelona have that money to do a crazy transfer fee, You know, I don't know if Barcelona have that crazy transfer fee kind of money. You understand me? So we will have to see. We will definitely have to see because it is mad, right? Yeah, it is mad. What else? Jose Mourinho doing a lot of talk. You know, Jose Mourinho after day night spotlight, right? Jose Mourinho love the media. He might be just day night spotlight. You know what I mean? Have to come give himself credit. Remind me of so much people that me know. Like give himself credit, like say them are this shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. He just like give himself credit. You know what I'm saying? Him say, oh, him tell Vinny Jr. to stay. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Him tell Vinny Jr. to stay. I'm saying Vinny Jr. stay and Vinny Jr. stay. You know what I mean? Yeah, but Jose Mourinho just always have to take some of my spotlight on himself. Him say, you know what I mean? He declare him love for Real Madrid. Well, we all know say Jose Mourinho love Real Madrid. And every other club where pay him a ton load of money. But yeah. Nico said they're gonna sell. They have 5 CDMs right now, so probably at least one of them will leave. Hey, as I said, Alvarez gonna cost a lot of money, and they're in some money crisis right now. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, they're in some money crisis right now. So I don't know. Let us see what's gonna happen with this whole money situation with them, because you know it looked kind of sticky, I should say, with them and Alvarez. So at some point, if Atletico Madrid decide that they're not selling to them, you know what I mean, they have to turn their attention to somewhere else. And I'm wondering if that's the reason why the Victor Yakares is coming up. There's not smoke without fire, you know, to be honest with you. There's not smoke without fire. And the fact where the Victor Yakares situation keep on popping up, you know what I mean? It just won't go away. You know what I mean? You have to look at the playback effect of this scenario. What is the playback effect? The playback effect is this. If they can't get Julian Alvarez, they need a striker. And if they cannot get Julian Alvarez, it's not that Julian Alvarez is not up for sale. It's just that Julian Alvarez is not up for sale to Barcelona. That's mostly what's going on with the situation with Julian. Right? Julian is not up for sale to Barcelona. So is he not up for sale originally or officially? No, I do not think so. You know what I mean? I think that some bridges has burned and some faith has lost and stuff like that. At the end of the day, it's not going to be sold to Barcelona, and that's that. But guess what? There are other clubs that are interested in him. Arsenal is said to be interested in him, always have. Arsenal sit down on the outside, looking in on Julian Alvarez, waiting on a decision to be made. You know what I mean? That they can go ahead and hijack her, do what they need to do, some kind of move what they need to do to make the team look kind of good. You know what I mean? Protect the player and convince him that, guess what? You can't get to go to Barcelona. Come to Arsenal. This is the place for you. You get me? So I think that's what's going on with that side of the situation, right? So if that is the situation, that means Arsenal going to have to sell. You get me? Arsenal going to have to sell. And with that being said, I think that Arsenal, that's where the Victor Yakares links are coming about. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I think that's where the Victor Yakares links are coming about, because Arsenal do need to sell if they're going to acquire new players. You get where I'm coming from? So the transfer window is still very much up and running. It's still very much hot. You know what I mean? And it's not going anywhere. Barcelona straightening and them look very good. You know what I mean? I guess they are making sure that they're defending their title, and they're also making sure that they put themselves in a strong position to win the Champions League. So does Real Madrid. You know what I mean? Because they've been messing around for a while now. You know what I mean? So to speak. They have been messy. You know what I mean? Real Madrid have been really, really messy for a little bit now. So I guess we're waiting. I guess they're trying to strengthen their squad. Barcelona have picked them to the title 2 seasons consecutively. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's see. Nico said no aid to Gyökeres, but it doesn't seem to fit Barca at all. I don't think it would work. You may never know, man. You may never know. Riley, you know what would be smart? A swap deal for Arsenal and Atletico. Gyökeres versus Alvarez. Both would be a good fit. And Arsenal would have to pay as much as Atletico to get replacement. A swap deal was something that was discussed earlier on in the transfer window. It has cooled a little bit now, you know what I mean? But that was something that was going on, that was making the runs, you know what I mean? Very, very strong. You know, as I said, it didn't materialize, but I don't think it's really gone anywhere. You know what I mean? A lot of people adamant that Victor Gyökeres is not for sale. Arsenal stand and Victor Gyökeres at the moment is that he is not for sale. You know what I mean? But as somebody said, any player is for sale at the right price. And I think if we get the right price for Victor Gyökeres or the right replacement for Victor Gyökeres, I think he's gone. You know what I mean? It's just an hunch. It's nothing that I know for sure. You know what I mean? But the team is looking to strengthen in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? And they're looking to improve their squad. And I think it's fair to say that Julian Alvarez does improve Arsenal's squad. The thing is he a better improvement than Victor Gyökeres? Is a better all-rounded player? You know what I mean? Probably just as good in his finishing, or probably even better. You know what I'm saying? So it is fair to say that that Julian Alvarez is would be a fantastic fit for Arsenal. You know what I mean? With our style of play and stuff like that. So yeah, Riley, what's the lowest price you would take for Victor? We'll have to take more than what we bought him for. I think we paid what 65 for him. So you would have to go for at least 90, you know what I mean, 80, somewhere there, you know what I mean, because he has came in, he has scored 21 goals, is a Premier League champion. You get me? So these are some of the aspects that are going to be considered. You know what I'm saying? Arsenal is not pushing him through the door. So it's not like we're trying to get rid of him. So there's so much to look into with the Victor Gyökeres situation. He's a fan favorite as well. You get me? He's a fan favorite as well. I mean, like, they're not going to root out trees for him, just like what they did for Miles. But nevertheless, because the fan base is split. Yeah, Victor Gyökeres has split the fan base in terms of you know what I mean, support, natural raw love support. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. I know some persons still gonna be adamant that 21 goals. And this 21 goals is a fantastic achievement because we don't have a lot of players that give us that. We certainly didn't have any since Aubameyang leave. You know what I'm saying? So we need a player that gonna always knock those kind of numbers for us. The only way we can be consistent in winning trophies is if we have a player or two that keep on knocking them kind of numbers for us. And the truth is the truth. You know what I mean? I'm being factual, I'm being real. If we have a player that's going to keep on knocking them kind of numbers for us, we will be successful. But if we don't, then it's just a waste of time. It's just a no-no. You know what I mean? It's just a no-no. We have come close so many times. You know what I mean? And we didn't have that marquee striker that was going to give us that goal tally. You know what I mean? And so many games we fell short by in our scoring. You know what I mean? And I do understand that we still need to improve on the strikers that we have. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the word is improve. You know what I mean? We can't just go out there for strikers because they're strikers' sake. We have to get better strikers in order to improve our team. So I'm not too, I don't know. I am just split in the middle with this Victor Ylidiz and Julian Alvarez situation. As I said, I know that between Victor Ylidiz and Kai Alvarez, you know what I mean, neither of them to me are elite strikers. You know what I mean? And we want at least one elite striker. But the thing is, does Victor Ylidiz, does Julian Alvarez fit that category as an elite striker? You know what I mean? These are some of the questions that we're trying to ask ourselves to figure out where we're at with this situation. But 1.5 weeks leave, I think, for the transfer window to close. So it's just a matter of time before all these questions are answered. Are we going to get? Are we not going to get? Who are we going to sign? Are we not going to sign? You know what I mean? Just a matter of time before all these are answered and we can finally put the transfer behind us and move forward. You get me? I am certainly looking forward to it because there's too much disruption. You know what I mean? Too much disruption, and we're trying to get stuff up and running in the defense of our title. You know what I mean? So definitely looking forward to getting this transfer or these transfer that I think we need to get over the line and just, or if we're not getting any, just move on, man, and just carry on our mighty way and just start our business. Boy, it was thirsty. Okay, Nico said, I'm very happy today. Many Mexican players are going to Europe clubs, so we're going to get more Mexican players, hopefully, playing at the highest level in club football. Football is an international sport. And with that being said, it is always fantastic to see every different country represented in top clubs all over the world. You know what I mean? It spread the love of football, and it makes the game broader, wider, and more competitive. You know what I mean? Because when these players from these small country, not that Mexico is a small country, I'm just talking general. You know what I mean? Okay, small footballing country, lesser footballing country. No, I'm not being sponsored. No, that's just StreamYard looking business. That's just StreamYard trying to get business from from persons. You know what I mean? That's just StreamYard doing their thing. Yeah, that's how StreamYard work. They are advertising their stuff in the description. trying to make money from me in more than one way. I'm already paying them for this damn thing that we can't even get, like OBS and Prism. You know what I mean? Already paying them for this, and they're still leeching on us for advertisement. No, I'm using the app. I'm using the app, so they're taking they take the liberty of advertising themselves in the app. That's what they do. Yeah, they take the liberty of advertising themselves in the app. Yep, that's what's happening. Yes, people. So yeah, just very a lot of stuff going on. As I said, I can't wait for football, the Premier League. I can't wait for the Premier League to start, man. You know what I mean? I need the Premier League to start. I need the transfer window to shut, and I need the clubs to understand what they have working with and just move on from there. You know what I mean? I know I'm not alone with this situation. I know lots of persons are waiting for this window to shut so football can just be on this merry way. You know what I mean? The panicking can stop. You know what I mean? So much of Arsenal fantastic youngsters that are linked with a move away. You know, and we just want those uncertainties to leave. You know, we want the uncertainties to leave. We have the likes of it's not really a youngster anymore, but he's not, you know what I mean? Martinelli, you know what I mean? And the likes of Martinelli has been showing the door, you get me? And there's so much things that are going on with this Martinelli situation that the fans does not appreciate and do not approve. Me personally, I like Martinelli. I understand that we have to move on from certain players when things are not going right, when they're not acting like how they're supposed to act as a footballer in terms of performance, right? And Martinelli's performance has been down for several seasons now. And we probably should have cashed in on him a long time ago. But Arsenal is a family club, and we tend to be reluctant to letting go persons that we have become attached to. You know what I mean? We have become attached to Martinelli. We have become attached to Martinelli so much so that Martinelli to me seems like he's from the Helen Academy. And he's not. But he has been around for so long, you know what I mean? And he has been in with the Alien Academy graduate, you know what I mean? The ones that break through at the time, which is the Saka and can't even remember his name when he gone. But anyway, yeah, those kind of Saka generation, he has broken through with. You know what I mean? So we were watching him with them. At one point, I thought he was even better than Saka. Where did it all go wrong for Martinelli? I have no idea. But to be honest with you, his performance has been poor for a while now. And if Arsenal had cashed in on him like 2 seasons ago, it would have been in a better financial gain, you know what I mean, than Galatasaray lowballing us, insulting us, offering 45 million euro for a talent like Gabriel Martinelli. You know what I mean, when you have Somerville going to the Saudi League for that amount of money, when you have all these players that are nowhere near as good as Martinelli moving around, when you have Garnacho with a buy clause, I think for about 75 mil or something like that. You know what I mean? These are some ridiculous prices that are circulating. And then you have offers coming in for Gabriel Martinelli for 45 million euro. And the sad part about it is this. I think Arsenal would have taken it if Gabriel didn't say he's not going to Turkey. You know what I mean? That's the sad part about it. I think they would have taken it. They're so desperate to sell because people are saying that Arsenal is not desperate to sell. That's not true. Arsenal is desperate to sell because in order for them to buy to strengthen their squad, they need to sell. You know what I mean? But what's the purpose of selling a player for that small amount of money when you go and buy the players that you want to buy for 3 times that amount of money? You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. And we brought in a technical director like Berta, who has so much experience, you know what I mean, and is very, very good in what he do to help solve problems like these for us. But them problems seem like them not going. This problem just seems like they're not going away. We still take forever to sign a player, and we don't sell players. You get me? We allow players to dictate and tell us that they're not leaving or they don't want to leave or, you know what I mean, stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I think that we have to be as ruthless as them other club. You know what I mean? Which other club they hear their players are telling them that they're not going or they're not leaving for this club or they're not leaving for that place, right? It's madness. You know what I mean? It's madness, and we need to fix our transfer business. You get me? We need to fix our transfer business. I would like to see Arsenal get up and make a transfer quick and early, fast, you know what I mean, and get it done, get it out of the way. You know what I'm saying? And we just feel merry and feel good about the whole situation. Why can't we see that? Why can't we get that? Right? We are a week and a half away from the closing of the transfer window, and we're still waiting to see transfer coming through the door because we have only made 2 signings. We have only made 2 signings. You know what I mean? So we're waiting to see transfers come through that door 1.5 weeks away from the window being closed. You know what I mean? And we have the beginning of transfer of the Premier League 2 days from now. You know what I mean? Just 2 days from now. You get me? And the champs, you know what I mean? The champs, Arsenal gonna walk out to a guard of honor for the first time in 22 years. You know what I mean? First time the Premier League trophy is gonna be brandished at the Emirates. You know what I mean? First time. So I was still struggling because that's what we're doing. You know? We have to be truthful. You know what I mean? We have to be truthful, man. We can't tell a lie. We are struggling to sign the player that we need. You get me? We are struggling to sign the player that we need. Why are we struggling? We're struggling because we won't let go of the money that is needed to sign these players. We're not understanding that transfer has changed. Football has changed. You know what I mean? And in order for us to get what we want, we have to step out of the shadow and step into the light. The light is you have to put your money where your mouth is. You have to spend to get what you want. That's what it is all about right now. You get me? We can't have a player like Ylidiz. We've been flirting with Vinny for months. And yeah, we can say that Vinny never wanted to leave. It's fine. Say it all you want. But nevertheless, we never give him an option. We didn't give him an option. We flirted around with the situation, and that's not enough. You know what I mean? We did not give him an option. You get me? Yeah. Nico Riley made fun of Liverpool for no signing. When we have 3 and they have 2. Yeah, but y'all signing are stupid signings, man. Y'all signing is crazy. You know what I mean? Those signings that y'all make is no, Nico. No. Those signing ain't ready for this. You're just signing for what? For signing's sake, you can't do that, man. You have to sign with a purpose. You have to sign with intent. You know what I mean? Those signings that you make can't compete for the league. No. But as I was saying, you can't be flirting and not spending. You understand what I'm saying? You want Ylidiz, go over to Juventus and put some money on the table. Put some money on the table. Give them an offer that they won't receive, that they can't, an offer that they can't turn down. Give them an offer that they can't turn down. They're happy to think about it. And bring Ylidiz to the club. You get me? We have to be more ruthless in our transfer business, man. We have to be more ruthless. We can't be scared to hear no. No means no. It is whatever. Go back and get me some more money. But teams that want to win everything, teams that want to win it all, they are going to put their money where their mouth is. Real Madrid been showing the world that. You know what I mean? Barcelona been doing what they can, what Barcelona do. You get me? Even Tottenham spending money, bro. Chelsea are always spending money, so we can't even worry about them and they're spending. Them are always a spend money. But there are things that we need to fix in order to start getting our transfer business right. And the major one is we have to learn to let go of our money. We have to learn how to spend cash. Check, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Oh, Lord. Riley, what did you mean? We got the GOAT, Arujo, best defender of 2023 for Barcelona. Damn, Nico. Best defender for 4 years, 3 years ago. The same one that Barcelona celebrated when he left. You got it bad, bro. You got it bad. You got it bad. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah. Liverpool and Arsenal kind of in a little shamble right now when it come on to transfer. You know what I mean? Neither of us making any sense. You know what I mean? Any real sense. You get me? Yeah, neither of us making any real sense, man. I'm not even gonna lie about the whole situation. You get me? So we have to figure it out. We have to figure it out. You know what I mean? Barcola has been linked to 2 clubs. What are the 2 clubs? Liverpool and Arsenal. You understand what I'm saying? That's the point I'm making. Liverpool and Arsenal. You know what I mean? And none of us is breaking the bank to go for him. So I guess we still have some doubt. Liverpool do want him. You know what I mean? But they're not breaking the bank for him. You get me? They're not breaking the bank for him. So I guess that shows us where we are and what we're about. Where he is and what he's about. So yeah. I don't know, man. I just need this window to shut and football to start. You know what I mean? By the way, we're doing a watch along, you know. We're doing a watch along for the Premier League. You know what I mean? Yeah, it should be fun. What a way to start the Premier League. You know what I mean? What a way to start the Premier League. I don't think we're gonna get a harder game. A lot of people think it's Coventry. So guess what? Coventry is just Coventry. You know what I mean? Coventry has been fantastic in the championship. You know what I mean? I think they'll probably lose 1 or 2 games and they've been scoring goals. You get me? They have not been in this top flight for umpteen years. Umpteen years they have not been in this top flight for. So don't even ever think that it's going to be a walk in the park or we're just going to walk over them. It's not going to be that kind of party. We're not going to, it's not, we might score goals and whatever, but it's going to be a fight. I promise you some bruises going to go on in that team. You know what I mean? Some players going to come out exhausted and tired and feel battered and all of that. You get me? Because Coventry has not been in this top flight for a long time. And they're not going to behave like them come here to make up numbers. I don't see them behaving like they come here to make up numbers. They're going to behave like they come here to fight. And they are going to fight. I want y'all to understand that Coventry is going to fight. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a war. You go like Arteta said, you got to bring your boots, your socks, your shin pad. You gotta bring some ammunition. You know what I mean? Because Coventry gonna come out swinging. You get me? Coventry gonna come out swinging. I'm not saying that Arsenal gonna lose. We're not gonna lose. But I'm just saying there's 5, 6 playing that people think gonna happen. You know what I mean? And walk in the park kind of setting and then not even bursting a sweat. No. That's not what's going to happen. It's going to be a fight. Going to be a fight. You know what I mean? Riley, when is the stream ending? I got only a few minutes before I got to go so I can get some good sleep. I got you, man. I got you. Whenever you got to go, man, it's okay. We appreciate you being here with us, man. I appreciate you a lot being here with me. So it's okay, man. It's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Whenever you got to go, I got you, man. I got you, Nico. Thank you for pulling up. Thank you for pulling up. I don't even know when I'm ending. I might just end sooner. I might stay another 25 minutes. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, as I said, Coventry it's gonna be a fight. You know what I mean? No problem. Love the stream. I'll try to come more often. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Just come when you can. You know what I mean? It's no pressure. You know you got school and all of that, but you know what I mean? Whenever you can, it's highly appreciated, all right? Yes. Yes. Yeah, man. So yeah, the Coventry game is gonna be nice. The Coventry game gonna be fire. It's gonna be a good watch. It's going to be a good watch. So people need to just look out for it. Sit down and watch it and take it in. No matter, it's the only game, it's an opening game. So definitely the world gonna be taking in that game. It's not a joke situation where you know what I mean the world gonna be taking in that game. You know what I mean? It's what's going on. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You get me? It is what it is. So we know we're gonna carry in a lot of, you know what I mean? A lot of more stuff. But we know where we're at. You know what I mean? Everybody watch the Manchester City game. We see the level that we can hit. You know what I mean? And we see the players that are coming back. There's so much. This league is going to be interesting for Arsenal, you know. And the reason why it's going to be interesting for Arsenal is it's just a lot of different scenario. Riley, was the PFL league start yet? No, not yet. Not yet. I haven't got no time to do it yet. To be honest with you, no time to do it yet. Yeah, but this league gonna be very interesting. Arsenal players gonna be very interesting this season. Last season, Arsenal won the Premier League, and it was done solely based on squad players because the main players, most of the main players, was injured. You get me, say? Yeah, man. Most of the main players was injured. So last week it was mostly the squad players that really won Arsenal the league. And I think the players that are there this season gonna have a lot to say about that. You know what I mean? The Saka, the Victor Yakares, the Kai Havertz, the Martin Odegaard. You get me? Say? Them players are gonna have a lot to say about that this season because you are the star boy. You are the ones that should be taking this team on your back. You are the ones that should be showing up, leading, and everybody following. You know what I mean? But you are wrapped up in cotton on the side, on the side. You know what I mean? Watching from the stand, watching from home because y'all were injured. Mikel Marino, you know what I mean? I think that guy have a point to prove this season. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, there is a lot of players who I think is going to prove their work this season. Saka, I was on I was on my boys them stream earlier on, you know what I mean, and I was saying that Saka was going to hit over 20 goals this season, and I just feel that in my spirit. You know why? I feel it in my spirit because Saka should feel disrespected. You know what I mean? Saka should feel disrespected, to be honest with you. You get me? And when I say should feel, it should definitely feel disrespected. Why should he feel disrespected, right, as well? Here's why. Saka is the star boy of the team. Saka is the star boy now, right? And just like that, you are telling me that you're going to bring in somebody, which was what they were trying to do with Vinny, you know what I mean, to take away the position from Saka, just like that. Almost double pay, just like that. So you're telling me that Saka is not good enough to do what y'all want Vinny Jr. to do. Pretty much that's what they're saying to me, right? So I think definitely he needs to show that, hey, him feel hurt. Him need to show say him feel offended. You get me, say? Yeah, man, him need to show say, yo, this is not a joke. Him not like what I want. And all I'm going to show that, him have to step up. Him have to step up him game. You know what I mean? The truth of the truth. Him game have to step up. And that we look forward to from him. We look forward to him stepping up and becoming the general that we know that he is, a star boy that we dub him as. You know what I mean? We look him ball up all of the pain and all of the hurt there, where he feel that disrespect that when feel and let it out on the field. You get me? Victor Yakares. We look at him being disrespected since he get here. Him being disrespected before him even get here. You know what I mean? Before him even reach, he was being disrespected. If anybody have a point to prove, he does. He does. Kyavers, he does. These players have point to prove. Martin Odegaard definitely have a point to prove. You understand what I say? So yeah, them have to let go and let loose. Because it has to done. Them have to get it done. You get me? If you look at the league right now, everybody have new manager. Arteta the only senior manager in the top 6 right now. Arteta is just 7 years in the job. 7 years overall in the job, and the most senior manager in the top 6 right now in the Premier League. Imagine that. Imagine that. Gyokeres will have a decent season, but less goal in Prem than last season. Well, I hope not. You know what I mean? I hope not. Yeah, to be honest with you, you know what I mean? As I said, I'm looking for some of these players to score some goals. Definitely because some of them was injured a lot last season and they never really participate like that. You know what I mean? Never really participate like that. You know what I mean? If Saka stays fit, he'll be one of the contenders for player of the year for Prem. We saw flashes of brilliance versus France. Yes. 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 Definitely. Saka stay fit, it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be fantastic. You know what I mean? As I said, they have a point to prove as well. Because it's like they played partially. You know what I mean? They were part-time players in the winning of this league because they were injured most of the time. You know what I mean? They were injured a lot. Declan Rice been clearing this niggle all season. He said Saka the same. They went into the World Cup with it. And I think they're going to start the Premier League with it again. You can't tell me that they took 2 weeks, 3 weeks, however long they give them, got rid of those pain that they were feeling and those niggas. No, I think they're still there. You know what I mean? So I think they're going. That's the reason why you see Arteta is not rushing. You know what I mean? He's taking his time, put them in back. You know what I mean? And that's the reason why I think the starting lineup is still going to be without Declan Rice on Friday. We might have Declan Rice for the Monday game, which is against Aston Villa. You know what I mean? We might have Declan Rice for that game, but Friday game, no. No. You know what I mean? I don't think he's going to make it for the Friday game. You understand me? He's going to be there, but not as a starter. That's what I'm trying to say. Not as a starter. You know what I mean? So, I know. You know what I mean? I know that Riley, would you rather have Rice captain or Odegaard captain if you got to choose? It's a sticky one. I've been echoing that I want Rice to be the captain just because he's a natural leader, and I can see that he's a natural leader. But when I watch Odegaard with Norway, I can see that he's also a natural leader, and it's been echoing for a while as well that, you know what I mean, leaders, you have different type of leaders. You know what I mean? You have different type of leaders. You have the leaders like Declan Rice. You know what I mean? And you have the silent leaders like Martin Odegaard. You get me? I saw Martin Odegaard lead the Vikings, right? And I remember in the Brazil game when they were about to start some fuss and some pushing and some fighting, and Martin Odegaard went into the middle of it and he just tell them, leave, stop now. And just like that, everybody just disperse. Everybody just disappeared, just like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, this man barely talk. Soft voice. You know what I mean? And just like that, everybody move. You get me? So I can see the same effect he has on the Arsenal team. I understand that Declan Rice leadership, you know what I mean, shows, You know what I mean? It's right there in your face. You know what I mean? But you have different type of leader, like Odegaard. To answer your question, man, I don't even know. I know which one will do for me, man. All right, Riley. All right, big up yourself, Nico. Big up yourself. Sleep tight, man. Sleep tight. Any which one will do for me, man. Have a great stream. See you tomorrow. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. See you tomorrow, man. See you tomorrow. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. Yeah, people. So it's just that for me. The honest answer is anyone that will lead us to the Champions League, I want them to be the captain. Anyone that will lead us to the Champions League, I want them to be the captain. But I guess, you know, as I said, they're two fantastic leaders. You know what I mean? And we are grateful to have both of them in our ranks. You know what I mean? Very, very grateful to have both of them in our ranks. And it's our time that we as Arsenal fans stop competing our players, stop comparing our players. You know what I mean? And make it make sense with our players. You know what I mean? Togetherness and all of that. You get me? Yeah, I think it's time we stop the competition thing with our players. You get me? We have two fantastic midfielders. One is the captain with the armband, and one is the captain without the armband. You know what I mean? And I can deal with that. I'm not even gonna lie. I can deal with that. I can manage that, and I can accept that. You get me? Yeah, man. I can accept that. Big up Ozzy, man. Big up Ozzy. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the support, Ozzy. Appreciate the support. Yeah, man. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for supporting always, man. No matter what, you always pass through. You know what I mean? You always pass through with some support. So thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Yeah, so we have two fantastic players. If you realize Arsenal team, you know, Arsenal team is just full of leaders. It seems like we have a habit of going into teams and taking out their captains. You know what I'm saying? It seems like it's just a habit of ours to take out captains out of team. A lot of these players have been captains. Or their captain mentality, their captain, you know what I mean? They have a captain ability. A lot of these players, that's what they are. You know what I mean? The latest one that we went and take away Newcastle captain. We took away West Ham captain. You know what I mean? It's just us. We took away Beaumont captain. Or was it Beaumont or Brentford? Can't remember. But one of them. You know what I mean? One of them. Point I'm making is this. We are here. You know what I mean? And we're a team that has come a mighty long way. You know, through a lot of struggles. You get me? When I say a lot of struggles, I mean a lot of struggles. You get me? Lots of disappointment. People banter us. You understand what I'm saying? But here we are now, top of our game. Or at least getting to the top of our game. Leaving people in our dust. Taking their best play along the way. So much things. So much things. You know what I mean? So much improvement in so little time. And we now stop right here. You know what I mean? That's why we need a squad to improve, because it doesn't end there. You get me? It doesn't end here. We want to better our best. Our best was winning the Premier League. That's the best we could have done. No, we need to better that. We don't need to best it, you know. We need to better that. And if we better that, that shows that we still have levels to go. You know what I'm saying? So we need to better our best. We need a Premier League and something else. You get me? We end with one trophy. Now we need to end with 2, 3, 4, whatever it is, just more than one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so many ways to go. But I have no doubt that we're going to find a way to get it done. Arteta is a fantastic coach. Now watch an interview with him today. You know what I mean? He was asked a lot of questions. I haven't dissected it yet. You know what I mean? I'm going to try to do that tomorrow and see if we can go through some of the talking points in what Mikel Arteta has to say. You know what I mean? Yeah, so much talking points. Guys, we have a morning stream coming up. Our streams are going to be on time. Our streams are going to be organized. You know what I mean? Probably as of next week. You know what I mean? So just make sure you are prepared for that. Look out for that. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to start bringing it to you guys in a professional, in a better manner, hopefully. All right, so yeah, the game is back, man. Football is back, so we have to make sure that we understand, show the support and the love of the game by producing for you guys. You know what I mean? Yeah. But big up everybody in the chat. Big up everybody in the chat. Big up the persons watching. You know what I mean? If you guys have not done so, please put a like on the channel. If you have not done so as yet. You know what I mean? If you have done so and if you're not a subscriber as yet, yeah, man, you can become a part of the community. You get me, guys? Yes, you can become a part of the community. It's a welcoming community with a lot of different teams over here. So it's not just an Arsenal thing. You know what I mean? Lots of different teams over here supporting, you know what I mean, and carrying their own team flag and banner through this same stream. You know what I mean? That's why sometimes we have such fantastic banter nights. You know what I mean? Because when it's all going down, everybody wants to defend who they are. Everybody wants to defend their own. You know what I mean? That's what happened. Everybody wants to defend them. You know what I mean? And everybody's gonna always defend their team, no matter what. No matter what. People gonna defend them team. And that or that. You get me? So yeah, subscribe to the channel, man, if you're new. You know what I mean? If you're new, we have good talks over here. You know what I mean? Yeah, we have good talks over here and stuff like that. So yeah, and put a like on the channel if you haven't done so yet. You get me? Yeah, if you have not done so yet, put a like on the channel. So yes, people. So that's what we're looking forward to the game now. We have a lot of more discussion to make about this game because I think I'm going to do the preview show, the preview for the game on Thursday mostly because we want to stay fresh. You get me? We want to stay fresh, and we're going in the morning with a preview that fresh. You know what I mean? Clean like we wash your feet, fresh. You understand me, say? And then we're doing the watch along. And we're going to do, yeah, man, the boys are going to be on the channel on Friday. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a full house after the watch along. Full house after watch along. We're going to dissect the game, you know what I mean, and see what the hell is going on, what's really going on out there with that game situation. You know what I mean? So no need to be afraid. No need to be afraid because we're there for the long run. We're there for a good time and a long time. You understand what I say? So we're going to make it work and we're going to enjoy ourselves while doing it. You get me? That is the order of the day that we say and that we are going to do. You don't know. We win a play. All right, people? Yeah, win a play. So watch along should be fire. First game of the season. First game of the season, people. It a go click. It a go click. It a go click. So let's see if Arsenal can set the tone for the rest of it, for the remainder of the season. You know what I mean? Let's see if we can set the tone for that. You get me? Yeah, and that will be fun. That will be fantastic. That will be fantastic. What else do we got, people? What else do we got? Because you're not talking to me in the chat, you know. You're not talking to me in the chat. You get me? Yeah, you're not talking to me in the chat. What is that? It's hard. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier on, the crazy rumors circulating. You know what I mean? I can't say not much more about them, you know what I mean? There's just some crazy rumors circulating. The mad rumors circulating. You get me? As I say still, we don't really push nothing but past football clubs are trying to make money. You know what I mean? Football clubs trying to make money. You don't really push nothing past them. And they will do what they need to do. Just like that. You understand me? They will do what they need to do just like that. Sell whoever they need to sell to get where they need to get. It's a circle of life. It's just whatever. So people, what's your take on the Premier League, on the beginning of the Premier League? You know what I mean? Who is your team? You know what I mean? What team you are supporting the chat, man? What do you all expect your team to win? You know what I mean? Why are you hiding in the chat? Is it that your team is not good? You all are scared to come out and say, I support this team or that the team they're on the corner? You know what I mean? Who are y'all team? Who you all support? Who y'all want to win? What kind of business have you guys been doing so far in the transfer window? You know what I mean? What is it? What is it? What's going on with y'all? Big up Doublish in the building. Doublish, yo, I'm here to catch a bit of the stream. It should be a very exciting season, I think. I think it's going to be an exciting season. And guess what? Hopefully, we can bring it alive. You know what I mean? Hopefully, we can bring it alive with the first game of the season, with the opening game of the season. Hopefully, we can set the tone, you know what I mean, for what we want the season to look like. You know what I mean? That's what we're hoping for. Setting the tone, you know what I mean, so we can be a fear factor. Because we need to be something to fear. We need to be something to fear. We need to be something that people want to study to figure out why we are like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, people need to open a college and study it. That's what we want. We want to step out and make a statement on Friday. That's what I would like. I'm not saying that Coventry going to be a pushover, people. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that Arsenal need to reach new heights. You know what I mean? New level. You get me? Yeah. It's a perfect opportunity to set the tone, as you say. Opening game at home against a newly promoted team as the first game. Can't ask for much more. Actually, you could ask for much more. You could ask for the weaker team out of the promoting teams. We got the strongest team out of the promoting team on the first day. You know what I mean? And you have to look into the logics of the situation. This team has not been in the top flight for years. Years. So please note, it's going to be a fight. Doublish is going to be a fight. No way, shape, or form this team is going to roll over and play dead. You know what I mean? For Arsenal to just pick them cherry and take the 3 points and leave. No. It's going to be a fight. When you have a team that has not played in top flight for years, donkey years, when I say years, probably decades. You know what I mean? Decades. They're going to want to prove. What better way to prove? What better way to prove than against the champions? You tell me. You tell me. You know what I mean? You have to understand this. Even if they lose, as long as they play football, it's an achievement. It is an achievement. You know what I'm saying? So, people, I tell you, I can't wait. When I say I can't wait, I mean I cannot wait. It's going to be fire. It's going to be fun. And I'm looking forward to it. Remember, Riley's World, doing a watch along right here. We're going to be right here doing a watch along and enjoying the damn thing. You understand me? Yeah. We're going to be right here doing it. So make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all notification on. Turn on your notification. You know what I mean? So y'all can know when the stream is active, up and running. You get me? And we will be right here to do the damn thing. Honestly, it will be a much more difficult game than the Community Shield. I trust me, that's what I've been echoing. It's gonna be a harder game. It's gonna be tough. You know what I mean? It's gonna be tough. So they should put up a fight, but we have to show everyone how good we are. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. They should put up a fight, and they're going to put up a fight. There's no doubt about it. If they're going to put up a fight, they will be putting up a fight. You know what I mean? It's just that we got to raise our level. We got to come and show people what we're made of, who we are, what we're about. These are the things I'm talking about. These are what we need to do. We got to let people understand the heights that we are yet to hit. You get me? Yeah, these are just some of the things that I'm saying. We need to just step out. You get me? I love always Friday night football as well. Yeah, cheeky one. Friday night football. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a Friday evening for me. But we're gonna be watching and enjoying, having fun. People, Arsenal football is back. And we are here to enjoy it. What a fantastic. It's nice when they support the Premier League champions. It's fun. You know what I mean? It's fun when they support the Premier League champions, man. Football hot again. You know what I mean? Football hot again. Typically, a lot of these persons in the chat will be bantering. They're not even saying anything. You know why? Because football is where it belongs. At Arsenal. At Arsenal, that's where football belongs. But people, remember me telling us, you know what I mean? You don't want to reason with me, so I saw it go. You know what I mean? Y'all don't want to reason with me. Y'all just want to sit there and listen to me talking all night. You know what I mean? It's okay. I can talk all night, you know. Yeah, man, we can talk all night, man. I'm good like that. You understand me? I say I can talk all night, but I don't want to. You understand? I don't want to. I have to sleep. I have to get up and go to work and come back here to do this all over again too. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean telling you now. So it's time for me to tell you some more that we are going to do a morning stream. We have a morning stream on the agenda. You know what I mean? One Baseka. I think Aston Villa buy one Baseka, people. I think Aston Villa buy one Baseka. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. We need to set up the tone like, yeah. Oh, I can't wait. Amy, I'm getting excited just thinking about it. Yeah, it's something to get excited thinking about, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? We need to get excited. We need to get excited. Expectation this season is kind of high. And yeah. So I'm definitely not looking for a poor result. No. No. We have to set the tone. Have to set the tone. There's no two ways to it. We have to get it done. Definitely have to get it done. But people, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? Subscribe to the channel so y'all can know when we're here, up and running. Y'all can know when we're live. All right? Yeah, man. Subscribe to the thing. Be a part of the family. Be a part of the community. You know what I mean? Be a part of the stream whenever we're streaming and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You guys can always comment below if you feel like and stuff like that. But it's been a fantastic night chilling with you guys. You know what I mean? Talking all the talk. Let me read this one before I go from Dublish. See, there's almost less pressure on us to win since we have just won it. So hopefully that helps the player knowing they are champions. Well, is really going to look at the glass half full or half empty, Dublish, because the situation is this. Arsenal may have won the league after 22 years, but we have never consecutively won the league. So when one challenge is done, there's another one coming out, you know what I mean? And we got to take on all these challenges head on. You get me? We've never won the league back to back. So that's a challenge by itself right there. You know what I mean? I want us to get the challenge. I want us to do it and more. You know what I mean? So yeah, it is what it is. All right, people. Thank you guys a lot, man. Do appreciate you for being here. Do appreciate you for being here. That's true. Yeah, man, that's true. So the challenge is there. You know, what I mean, the challenge is there because we're going after achievements that we've never done. That's what that we've never had. Back-to-back champion, back-to-back Premier League, Champions League trophy. We triple. We're going after things that we've never done. You know what I mean? So honestly, yeah. You know what I mean? But yes, people, that is it. That is it. I appreciate everyone for their time and their effort. I appreciate y'all for turning out, turning up. You know what I mean? And thanks a million. This is your boy Riley, you know. And y'all listening to Riley's World. Make sure y'all notify y'all self. Hit the notification button. Do that thing then. Press it. Yeah. Subscribe if you're not subscribed it. You see that streamer? Like it if you have not done so. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support and love. You know what I mean? Now have a good night, and I hope fully pop up into your stream when I can. We definitely appreciate it, Douglas. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Definitely appreciate it. You know what I mean? People, see y'all tomorrow. Big up on the damn self.